Okay, how do we resurrect this plant before it well and truly dies? Firstly, we're going to take all the dead leaves off. Of which there are many. Based on this sound, I think I've let it dry out too much. I mean, yeah, this is a really good sign that you've let your leaves dry out too much. This plant likes to be kept moist, likes misting, and it likes a damp soil. However, if it's too moist, you get root rot and that causes more problems. If I'm completely honest, this plant is just a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's so pretty. Especially, well, it's pretty when it's healthy. This is not pretty. I think we're going to take it out of its soil, repot it in a better soil mix, and have a look at the roots, see what's going on. Okay, I don't know if I can take all of the blame for this plant not doing so well, because it says it likes a chunky soil mix, and I haven't repotted it since I got it from its shop. This is definitely not a chunky soil mix. As you can see, this is super fine, probably not very well draining. And the roots are all at the bottom and they are a little bit damp. So soil is slightly moist still. Don't know why it always makes my nose itch when I've got soil on my hands. This is the third Pinstripe Calathea. I never know how it's said. I've heard different people say it in different ways. But yeah, this is the third one that I have tried to keep alive. Like I say, one of my favourites, really pretty, but very sassy, very difficult. And I thought I'd figured it all out with the Calatheas. I thought, right, the problem is they don't like tap water. And then when they have tap water, no, to be fair, that's just dehydrated. When they have tap water, they go a little bit sad looking, get little brown spots. And they prefer distilled water. So, distilled water they shall have. I think this will be easily, I think this will be salvageable because the root system is really good. Really good. I don't think it needs a bigger pot. I also don't know if they like to be root bound. Pot sizing is still a bit of a mystery. Really nice healthy root system. So the roots don't seem to be the problem. However, I don't think the soil is helping it. I think we can get a better draining, chunky soil mix. I might reuse some of that. Can't be the only person that has to smell soil as it's happening. Move you out the way for a second. Yeah, I think that'll be fine going back in that pot. $11.99, which is really good for that plant if you can keep it alive. If you're constantly buying them at $11.99, it's not that value friendly. Chunky soil mix. Garden centre has a really good selection of houseplants. It's always very tempting. Maybe I should size up. Put less soil in. No, I think, do they like to be pot bound? Do Pinstripe Calatheas like to be pot bound? Selecting the right pot for your Pinstripe Calathea is crucial. It's like choosing a home that's snug but not stifling. Upsize by just an inch or two to avoid drowning the roots in excess soil, which retains unnecessary moisture. Terracotta pots are the MVPs of breathability, letting soil dry efficiently. I don't like terracotta pots, and maybe just less soil. Okay, let's go for it. There's a big old gap in there. Yep, fill the gap. I love repotting until it gets to this part. Okay, we're in. Okay. I want to make sure that the roots are the only part that are submerged in the soil. If this part of the plant becomes submerged in the soil and gets wet, then you will definitely get root rot. I'm still getting this the felt sheety things. I can't think what they're called, but I don't like having those in there. So I always try and remove those once the plant's big enough. Cool. Let's see. I mean, you're already looking a bit better, if a touch wonky. Let's see if you do any better now. But you, oh. Good luck. A little tip that I've forgotten to do here, when you are stacking pot covers, it's a good idea to put a little bit of cardboard just in there, and then it means you can remove them more easily. So a little bit of cardboard in that gap, then put it together. And also, these aren't even plant pot covers, they are bins from Asda, but I've also used them, IKEA bins. I do have some IKEA bins as plant pot covers, because when you have this many plant pots, it can be expensive, and especially when you've got big ones. I haven't got any nice plant pot covers for big plants at the moment. Everything's just white plastic bins, but I am planning on, they're not all bins, a lot of them are plant pot covers to be fair, but the plan is to upcycle them and get crafty, make them look pretty. Also, I've only started recently using potting mats. Game changer, love it. These are useful to keep different soils in, and excess soil if it's going to go back into the mix or if it's going to go outside. I tend not to throw it in the bin. I tend to just reuse it outside unless it's really, really not good. Get my little pot cover back. Not all plastic, I do have some metal ones. This one has a nice little stand somewhere that it sits in. So, a bit leany. Here's what it's looking like now. Hopefully, we'll have a nice update, and hopefully it's not going to get any worse. Hopefully it's going to get better. Put it in here. Give it a little drink. It's looking really pissed, isn't it? Fingers crossed. You need got some water in here with a little bit of fertiliser. slowly saturate the soil. You want to make sure it's not sitting in water, because that's how you get root rot. And because you're fussy, just put tap water in there. After saying don't use tap water, and I was just thinking this is tap water in here. Oh, okay, it'll be fine. It's a one-off, it'll be fine. This is tap water and you're thirsty, so you can go in there. This is bottled water or distilled water. Don't know if the two are interchangeable, but they have been doing pretty well with normal water. A little bit of tap water is probably not going to it's not going to make it that much worse. They are a bit fussy with the minerals in the tap water, which is why they prefer distilled or bottled. Okay, haven't saturated that much, but a teeny tiny bit more in, and hope that I've not just f***ed it up. We'll see. Right, I'm going to give you a little mist for all the humidity that it likes. I think this is another plant that would grow well in a plant cabinet. In fact, I think it would do much better in a plant cabinet because it would keep the humidity. What I haven't figured out yet is how to have a plant in a humidity dome or in a little greenhouse without the soil going mouldy. And I think that's down to the soil being too wet, but it also likes a moist soil. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm hoping I haven't just sprayed all the cameras. Cool. Right, you are done. Right, next we have this big boy, Alocasia. Right, do Alocasias like to be root bound, pot bound? Alocasias should be planted in a loose, well-drained potting mix. The soil should be slightly acidic. If necessary, improve the soil drainage by amending the mix with orchid bark or perlite. Alocasias like to be pot bound, don't repot. Why is Alocasia so hard to keep alive? Alocasia tends to need more attention. Also loves a warm, humid environment with bright and indirect sunlight. Dividing two... Right, whose video is this? Melissa with 1S. Let's see your advice. Dividing two Alocasia plants that are in the same pot, then repot them separately. These plants were pot bound. I needed to separate them in order to provide both the plants enough room to continue to grow. It's springtime and the best time to start repotting your houseplants. Okay, well for me it's January, so probably not the best time to start repotting, but it's what we're going to do. Plus, whilst dividing these plants, I found Alocasia bulbs that I can grow separately as well. Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm excited about. And that's what I'm hoping I find. Right, what else do I need to know? What's the borders? No, what? I'll move it out of the way. There are two plants in here, and it does look quite big and bushy. I might separate them, but I do like it as one big plant. It's quite a feature plant, but I do only have one Alocasia. And he seems to be happy. Does he seem to be happy? I've not had that much. That's a new leaf. I've got one new leaf. But what I want to find out is, are there any bulbs in there? Alocasias grow corms and they're little babies, and they'll be in the soil, under the soil. Sometimes they might pop out as like a new baby plant. So this might be a separate plant. I don't know until we delve in there. And you pluck them off and you make them into new plants, which I'm very excited about. So, if there are no babies, I might separate them. But if there's no babies in there, no corms, I'm going to separate them to make two plants. But if there are corms, then I'll probably just keep it as one big plant. Yeah. What else do I need to know about you? Nothing, I don't think. Chunky acidic soil mix. That will do. Another little bit of neglect in here. That was wet. Okay, we're fine. But it was sat in water. But this doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so that's why it's sat in a bit of water. So it's not actually sat in water, because this is not wet. This is fine. Right, let's get rid of these dead crappy leaves. This one, not looking happy. Needs a bit of help here. And doesn't seem to be too sad in its soil. So I might mix in what I've got left of this soil and mostly keep that soil because it seems fine. Oh, I think this is another one that's a little bit dry. Whoa! Look at that root. That's cool. This is a bit better. This is chunkier. This one is from IKEA, I think I said. Really impressed with really impressed with the IKEA houseplants. I think I went in October. I went to IKEA on my birthday, and that's what I can remember because that's what I chose to do that day. I went to IKEA and I bought myself a couple of houseplant presents, and this is one of them. It's beautiful Alocasia, and I've got another one here, which I don't know if you can see, which is my big bird of paradise, which has got a lovely new leaf coming out. It's very exciting. But they were really good value. And there was oh my god, what's the word? Oh yeah, there was some sort of sale on as well. We're doing really well. It was a good day. Yeah, that leaf is just, that's a goner, but that's fine. We can lose one, not worry about it too much. I think I can see a couple of them already. I think I can see corms, but look! Oh, that's so cool. It's got a little shoot. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, maybe I should be checking the soil better. Yeah, okay, this is official. This is my new favourite plant. Oh, I don't want to scratch my face. So cool. Oh, I don't even care about the roots. This is like, the roots are now the least exciting thing in the soil. Okay, no, I think maybe that was all of them, but that's amazing. Oh, I hope I can grow these. Oh, I hope I can learn to grow those because that is super exciting. In fact, I'm sure there's 2 more in there. A real wish list plant for me is a variegated Alocasia Frydek. I would absolutely love one of those. But I said to myself, I'm not going to get one until I've made sure that I can keep this one alive. I don't want it to be another one of so exciting. Look there. Oh, this is so fun. And I think this one, I think these are 2 as well. Oh, my face. I think these are 2 as well. Oh, I can't remember what I was saying, but this is great. This is my new favourite thing. Might become an alocasia farmer. So far, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's grown massively. I think it was pretty decent size when I got it. Fun story about the IKEA trip on my birthday. There was 4 of us in a car, and I didn't think about that. There's another one. Ah! Look. 2. I didn't think about the size of the car when I picked up these plants, and as you can see, they're quite big. And they wouldn't fit in the boot. That's not even including these ones. I hate it. Yeah, they wouldn't fit in the boot, so we had to have them in the back with us. And I must seem like an absolute crackhead, but these are fab. So these are going to be their own video. I think these have to be peeled, and I think you can put them in little containers. But I'm not going to worry too much. No, I am going to worry. I'm going to do my research. I'm not just going to wing it with those because I really want to grow more. You know what, actually? I do remember seeing on a few videos that this might be, sometimes they stop growing, or sometimes alocasias don't grow as much when they've got lots of corms. But then it also rings a bell that you shouldn't take all the corms. So I don't know. But yeah, here's another one. So fun. I feel like taking this felty thing is gonna. It's another one. Are they energy stores? Are they something? I think that like, they are beneficial to the plant. Yeah, 5 babies. That is something I like about these plants as well. The fact that they're easy to propagate. That was wishful thinking. Nothing worse than a plant that is a pain to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pain to propagate, especially when they're expensive ones. This particular one wasn't expensive, but oh, they're just coming right off now. Sod it, you're coming off as well. Oh, this is amazing. This is better than I thought it would be. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to dig anymore. It's very satisfying though. Oh, there's 2 more. Do I take them off? Do I take them off? What if they came off easily? And these spindly little roots. So it was pretty pot bound. And it's quite a shallow bit of soil. I don't know, maybe I'll loosen them a little bit. They're really fun. Yeah, okay. Well, this has solidified one thing. I'm definitely going to get the Alocasia Frydek, the variegated one. Actually, you know what? I might just get loads. I think this is going to be my new plant. Because this is so much fun. Right, I'll take one more. And then, hopefully, yeah, hopefully I will be able to okay, that was just a shoot that I pulled off. Hopefully I will be able to get this plant to grow a little bit bigger now, and hopefully I'll be able to grow all of those little babies into new plants. But I don't think the success rate will be 100% because I feel like that would be too easy. Oh, scratch. Soil just makes me itchy. I don't know what it is, but put a little bit of you in the bottom, what you're used to. And this one was, I have no idea on the price, actually, because it doesn't say the price on there, but I feel like for the Alocasia and for the Big Birds of Paradise, I feel like it was less than £25, which was really good, I think. No, I might stick some more of that soil in, seeing as it was obviously happy enough. Well draining. Can't believe I've got all those babies. Okay, that's it's also pissed. I don't think this one's fussy on the type of water it has. I think it's just a general easy. This is an example of chunky soil mix. Got some fat old fibres in there. And it's said to keep it, it's pretty dry soil to be fair. It's said to keep it loose, loosey-goosey. So I'm not going to compact it too hard. I'm just going to give it a good tap on the sides to get it to settle. Such a pain. Okay. Maybe I will just compact it down a little bit. I'm just nervous that it's going to tip over otherwise. Okay. And then this one, a bit pissed, a little bit pissed. Got a very pissed looking monstera up there. The problem with it being pissed as well is if it tips over, and It needs a slightly bigger pot cover to be fair. Oh, I might swap the pot covers over. I might put that in the metal one. Well, actually both of them are metal. Let's see, will this fit in here? Oh, I like it when things work out. You can go in there. Oh, is that a bit tight? Yeah, I need some new plant pots. You can live in there, that's fine. Though it doesn't pop as much now it's in there. Okay, no, plant pots another day. Right, you're in there, I'm just gonna not overwater it. I reckon now I've taken some of those corms out, it's going to have more energy to put into new leaves. But how will I know? This one's quite difficult to tell. I mean, I don't have any new growth on it at the moment. It's quite difficult to tell. But saying that, I don't really care not having new leaves when I've got all of those. If I could turn all of those into new plants. Oh, so many. Do I count all the leaves? It's not got that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I've got 15 leaves. I can tell. No, this is a new leaf. I don't know if you can see it from... Oh, it's not... No, plant pot cover's not going to work. I need some bigger boys. You go there. Right, we're back. We're sorted. Right. I don't know if it's going to fit on my plant stand in this one. Oh, it looks bigger. How does it look bigger now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again, I wasn't checking if it had grown more leaves since moving it into a different pot. I was just double checking, counting. But yeah, it does look bigger than in that pot. It does show. It does show that different pots make a big difference. Okay. 15. I'm definitely going to forget that, but that's okay. You can tell the new leaf. I mean, firstly by the feel of it, like you can just tell that this one is the new leaf because it feels like these ones feel smoother, more hardened. And this has just got like a slight stickiness. It's not sticky, but it catches a bit more. And it's a little bit of a rubberiness. Maybe like a wet rubber glove. I don't know, that's a good explanation. But you can also just tell by the colour. Colour of the leaf, and it's much softer. As you can see, this one is harder to bend, and this one you can do whatever you want to it. It's very flexible, but that will harden off. as it's more established. But yeah, very pleased. Hopefully we'll have another good update for this one. But this one wasn't in a place of danger. This one was still pretty healthy. I've just not had much from it. I don't think. I'll find those videos. I'll find those videos of the IKEA trip and see if I think it's grown since then. But yeah, what's that? Middle of October, November, December, January. It's been about 3 months. It's not been a massive grower, but it's a grower, not a shower. No, it's a shower, not a grower, actually. Okay. Next is counting my babies. Gonna be a grandma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is so fun. That is absolutely just astounding. Yeah, I really do think that'll make a big difference. Oh, coffee. Right. Corms. And also, should wash my hands after touching alocasias because they can be an irritant, I think. Alocasias irritate skin. Take care when handling alocasias as the sap can irritate skin and the plant contains toxic compounds. Alocasia plants are not toxic to touch, but they are toxic if ingested due to the presence of calcium oxalate crystals. Yeah, this is important to mention actually. They are toxic to animals and kids. So if you do have them, you want to have them up high or in a locked cabinet or something where they can't access them. Jess has never shown any interest in any plant, luckily, but I do keep them up high just in case, or in a room that she's never left unattended to because it's not worth the risk. Alocasia corms. Oh, I'm going to get so many corms. Okay, right, so Gardening Express. Alocasia poly elephant ear, which it's saying is that. Which is that the same? Strong plants supplied in approximately 12 centimetre pots. Is that 12 centimetres from the... No, to be fair, Gardening Express does have some good offers at the moment, and I have got a few in my basket, and I'm very tempted because I haven't bought any plants so far this year, and it is the 9th, 10th of January, and I haven't bought any plants. I didn't get any for Christmas because I have a lot, but there's a lot of alocasias on here. Not got any alocasias from there before, and they've got a sale on. I feel like it's going to happen. Right, alocasia corms, that wasn't what I was looking up. Alocasia corms. I say I'm not going to do any of this today because I'm losing the light and it's probably pretty dark in here now. But I don't know if they need to harden. I was just going to leave this until tomorrow. Let me read it. Once your alocasia is carefully removed from the pot, corms will only develop roots and new growth in super high humidity, so placing the corms into a terrarium or jar will set you up for a successful propagation. This is the botanical brunette. Oh, she's got a YouTube. Have a look. Once your alocasia is successfully removed, if the corms are attached, snip or pull off. Remove the outer shells. Some shells come off easily and some may need to soak. If you have a stubborn, so this one is already peeled, essentially, or pretty much peeled. some of these might be stubborn. So it says you can soak them overnight, but soak it in room temperature water overnight. This should soften up the That's a tongue twister. This should If you have a stubborn corm shell, soak it in a room temperature water overnight. This should soften up the shell. Cool. Once all the brown outer shell is removed, clean off the corms to reveal a creamy white bulb. Take your pre-moistened moss. I don't have moss, but I know there's another way. Oh, that is so exciting. Right. Propagate, corm. Saying corn. Corm. Oh. Ooh. There's more plants that have corms, but we're worrying about Alocasia for now. Alocasia. Some of them you can root in water. She's doing it with gloves. Maybe I should have done it with gloves. Well, we'll find out what happens. If any of the calcium oxalate gets my skin and irritates me, then I will do it with gloves next time. Yeah, I do want more. They're really pretty. Rhizome. That's what I was thinking of. Repotting and dividing go hand in hand. Two tasks at once. Well, I didn't really repot, but apparently they like to be a little bit pot bound, so I think we'll be fine. Remove them, yep, done. Inspect the roots, yep, done. Pull them off, yep, done. Also, these would have all turned into, or in theory, some of these would have turned into plants. So you could have left them in there. Well, I could have left them in there, and then they would sprout off into new little plants. But I don't think they would do so well in that size pot. Propagating with corms, so good. Next, grab a shallow container or glass to hold the corms. Clear containers are best to monitor growth. Small container with sides to rest the corms upright slightly out of water. When rooting, it's best to use filtered or distilled water for best chance, or rainwater. And then you'll need perlite. Remove the plant roots, find the corms. So good. Root in water. Cover. Place your... the water line shouldn't be higher than the top of bulbs. It needs space to breathe and sprout. Place your corms in the container so the base is in the water and the top is exposed. You can also lay them on their sides until rooting. Just make sure the bulb is not completely submerged or it will rot. Up the humidity by covering the container with a lid or another glass. To prevent mould build-up, remove the lid or glass for about an hour each day to improve airflow, replacing it again. Continue to top up the water. If the water in the container starts getting consistently cloudy, remove the bulbs and wash the container. Let's see how dark it looks, because I don't know. Or maybe I'll just stick them in a bit of water overnight. Or should I let them dry? Okay. A little bit of water and we'll wait for... Oh, I don't know.